he's going to speak to this man that's been dead for 4 days, and he's going to walk out of there. We got to check this one out. Let's go down and see this. This ought to be interesting. And Jesus spoke to his father and said, I know you heard me, but I said it because of those that were around me, that they would know. Well, glory. I can imagine most of them saying, boy, this is going to be... This guy thinks he's going to bring some man out of the grave. Now think about that. You know, dead back in 2,000 years ago was just like dead now. Okay? Dead wasn't no different back then. All people say, oh, he was comatose. He had a low heart rate and he had shallow breathing, and they thought he was dead. They put him in that. No, he was graveyard dead, dead, dead. Now, I've worked in the funeral business a little bit in my lifetime, a few years, and I dealt with a lot of dead people, a lot of dead bodies. And let me tell you something, folks. When they dead, they dead. Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no question. Ain't no. Well, I wonder if they might wake up. They dead. That's just dead. But Jesus said, "Hey, I know you hear me, Father, but I want these people to hear this for your glory." Part of the plan. And when he had thus had spoken, he cried with a loud voice and said, "Lazarus, come forth." I had a lot of people say, "Preacher, how come you think he just called Lazarus?" I tell you what, I believe this. He said, "Come forth," everybody in that graveyard got up. You believe that? Yes, I do. That's how powerful the word is. If he walked up and said, "Come forth," they've been shaking, they've been rocks rolled, they've been all kinds of people coming out of there. Not just 4-day-old dead, 20-year-old dead, whatever. But he said, "Lazarus, come forth." And I know that bunch of them said, "Well, this guy." You know, because everywhere Jesus went, they were naysayers. You know, there were people traveling to say, "Oh, man, he's at it again. He's at it again. Check this out. What's he going to do? What's he going to do next?" But he spoke those words. He said, "Lazarus, come forth." And he that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot with grave clothes, and his face was bound about with a napkin. Jesus said unto them, "Loose him and let it go." Preacher, you believe that? That's what the word says. I believe it all. Believe every bit of it. Yes, I do. He come out of there in his grave clothes, had a napkin on his face. He said, "Unbind him, loose him up, let him go." He's received life again. Jesus was right on time. That was a plan for it all. He abode 2 days and waited, and surely everybody said, "Well, Jesus, you got on the and started walking. If you started telling you'd have got there, and you could have saved him before all this mess." But that was a plan for the glory of God. That he would see that they would see that, they would understand it. He prayed, he said, "Father, that you hearest me." And he said, "Lazarus, come forth. Come forth." You come out of that grave. You come out of there. I can just imagine them people saying, "Ooh, I have seen a ghost today." What in the world was that? What do you think? I'll tell you what it was. It was Lazarus. Jesus spoke the word. He come forth. There was life put back in him. He was right on time. Amen. Jesus is always right on time. He's never, ever too late. There's nothing impossible for him. There's nothing that he can't do. He's right on time. Every head bowed, every eye closed.